Simply glorious day in Vancouver, British Columbia as April draws to a close. Very blustery and windy last night and this morning. In fact, the BC Place roof is closed for a visit by the Philadelphia Union, who opened the season 2 years ago with a 0-0 draw here. Last year, a very testy 4-0 win by Philadelphia at Talon Energy Stadium. Peter Shad and Paul Dolan welcoming you inside BC Place. And the Whitecaps had their tough travel week last week with 3 games in that time. And now it's the Philadelphia Union's turn to cross the continent, and perhaps a chance for the Whitecaps to take advantage of a team that has some injuries and some suspensions involved.
Yeah, 5 starters.
By the way, Christopher Penzo is the man in the middle, and it's Ali Adnan. Jerseys, they're 79 playback jerseys.
Identifies Inbaum, of course, and Ali Adnan now as the danger man. And Ali Adnan here getting a chance right from فريقه.
Well, oftentimes it's the least considered position. It's whatever money you have left over gets put into the fullbacks, and that's slowly here. And got a little lucky as he sweeps it beyond the little laid-off back heel off Freddie Montero. Adnan pushes it into space, but that's past even Russell Tybert, whose legs never stop moving, of course. PC with a little touchdown. Medunyan in. And away from Adnan. Too happy to provide as it's Ali Adnan with the left-footed curler and Freeze with some state boys in this lineup. Adnan, his first touch is always good, and PC-footed delivery, and it's a good teasing ball to the back post that forces Ali Adnan to give away another corner, but that one had Max Crepo backpedaling and scrambling a little bit. How they approach games now, aren't they? As he'll have his foot to the chest of Reyna.
Mark DeSantos addressed as needing to be fixed in order to keep.
Köln, Kaiserslautern set a couple of stints with into the feet of PC, and back it goes to Ali Adnan, who tried to. He's so confident on the ball, even in these positions. He's got 2 men on him, and he's going to try to. Daniil Henry with a half clearance, but right to Ali Adnan. Sidesteps the youngster. And a lot of good clubs on his resume too. Medunyan, starting with Azed Alkmaar. As Ali Adnan tries to pick out a target, it's Russell Tybert. Up a little bit from Arise or from Adnan there. You always have to be careful with those. Columbia. It's Bedoya again. Ooh, and it looked like the arm was Arise, who's really growing into his role with the Whitecaps.
They build through midfield here.
Adnan. Looking for peace.
Then a holding midfield position or wide left midfield position.
Screaming for John there as Adnan into the feet. Akam beelining into the penalty area, puts the brakes on. A good ball in front as well, and the free kick is actually called against Philadelphia as Ali Adnan was felled, as Bedoya is going to get booked for the foul as well.
Well, those are words you don't want to hear. David Akam is in behind because once he gets on the ball, very tricky on the far side here as he gets past Nerwinski with a nice move there onto the right foot, drives it across the face of goal, and it is a little.
Argentina Premiera. Another inch-perfect ball to Adnan in Orlando City and New York City. Nani with the goal for the Ali Adnan. Buys 54% to 46. They'd like to turn
to do defending well, and they have done over the last few games. It's just a
keep his career alive here in Vancouver. Making it just calmly heads the ball across to Ali Adnan. I just don't required a bit of surgery in the off season. The Tunisian who from Daniil Henry. And Ali Adnan keeps his balance, and
Lucas Venuto interchanging there a little bit with Jordi Reyna. Sells back and in position really quickly defensively on the transition. Their corner than they have in recent games.
Decent looking ball. Daniil Henry rose the highest and snaps home his 2nd of the season, and it's the Whitecaps in front in minute 41.
And that new look has worked as Daniil Henry bunches with 3 Whitecap players around the spot and breaks through unmarked by the Union defenders and makes a good connection from that excellently well whipped in ball from Ali Adnan. He's wide open. It's criminal marking from the Philadelphia perspective, but well headed down from Daniil Henry as he's able to evade that gathering near the penalty spot. and put it in beyond Freeze, who didn't have anyone at the back post. Young keeper rooted to the line, can't do much about it. Under delivery too, and Adnan's service was fantastic.
And take nothing away too from how the Whitecaps won that corner. Now Adnan is called for the foul. He didn't agree with it, but he cheered for that decision as well. But beyond that, he hasn't really been worked too much, the Whitecap goalkeeper. And he'll be happy with that. Henry may be a candidate for that discussion with the goal here. A little nutmeg.
Took advantage of it with that good Daniil Henry header.
The Whitecaps coming out finally. I wonder what Mark Dos Santos said to the boys at halftime. They had the lead, and I'm sure the
goal, but that you just feel finally the Whitecaps getting a 2-goal lead, which they haven't had this.
Do some business. This next couple of games is really going to tell a story, as Ali Adnan seems to be in all sorts of trouble. And so for the Whitecaps, you have to feel like float the ball out to Ali Adnan. Under pressure though, as Shabilko.
Make that move, get by them, bypass the pressure, and that opens things up to get forward. We haven't seen him get forward quite as much back and take some chances every now and then, but certainly with his lead, we want to avoid giving the ball away.
A little bit of room for Bedoya over there, but Ali Adnan was there and got his head to it and sidesteps one, and perhaps the call didn't come earlier, and Ali Adnan gets booked probably for dissent more than a part of the role now. Adnan back, but the goalkeeper's got to be a part of that too, and he seems to be very before that too. Max Crepeau under pressure, and he played it calmly and stroked it out wide. I alluded to as Philadelphia pushes more numbers forward. Adnan
there with that offside goal.
Here's a transition opportunity. Adnan steps up and just hoists it into touch so that Inbaum can get a look.
That might have been the better way home.
Look at those lively legs. Almost won a corner, and instead it's Ali Adnan out. So more boos. Ali Adnan got his back. Ardai's first touch. Each manager has made one substitution. Ali Adnan happy to have the pressure. Ooh, and now it's a foot race the other way, and it's a chance for the big man Shabilko, and it's 1-1. A giveaway in the middle third, and Kacper Shabilko slots home. It's his first Major League Soccer goal. 1-1 in minute 66.
And it's a little bit, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. We talked about Ali Adnan, who puts his arm up right now to Maxime Crepeau and Daniil Henry, apologizing for the giveaway. As under pressure, he tries to do just a little bit too much. And the ball that he plays back for Henry goes right into the path of Shabilko, who takes his chance so well as he finds the far post and puts it in off of that.
Said to Shabilko, that was a long way out, and on a young Cameroonian sends it straight off the backside of Ali.
That they're playing with house money, having come from behind the level scores here.
Arise, Adnan well forward now. Can he go on a surging run? He sure can. He's in the middle, perfectly to Ali Adnan. That's cut out well by Elliott. Ali Adnan. Tybert, Ali Adnan floats it across, looking for Ardai's.
And from Inbaum, who hasn't had his best match, I mentioned before, not as instrumental in the build-up.
It's World Cup all on the horizon, and all on TSN, of course. It's a chance to cross in. The first touch was heavy, as Baizo just did not.
That trip. Well, the Whitecaps have tripled that, essentially. And even though they've had the week from way out,
bunch of struggling teams all in these out-of-town scores as the ball's played over the top. Ardai's with his chest and called for the handball. And again, the fans exact the penalty. Tried the overlapping run as Ardai's tees it up away from it.
When Adnan is on the ball, they're a bit static.
And if gave it away, as Godoy was there. Bangor. The last 5 minutes now. Ali Adnan's short back pass. Godoy is going to try to chase this down, and Ali Adnan will see it out. So inside the park. Ali Adnan is tucked in field. Minutes for the Whitecaps to maybe snatch a late winner. Adnan, Henry, Ardai's was there, and he just didn't get the right touch. It was a great ball across by Ali Adnan. Now it's a break the other way. Can Philadelphia take advantage?